I want you to take this time to answer our questions. So I'm going to walk you through this so that you know exactly what to do. At the beginning of reading, Mason passed out a sheet of paper to everyone. And I asked you to put that sheet of paper in the very back of your notebook. Please turn to that sheet of paper at this time. Your paper is blank and has nothing on it. I'm going to step you through exactly what needs to be written on that paper at this time. So you need that paper and a pencil. Good job, Dario is ready. Jalen is ready. I'm still thinking about who my Rockstar reader is going to be for today. Georgia is ready. Janiyah is ready. Name in the corner. Thank you for those of you who are writing your name in the corner. And I want you to write reading task at the top of your paper. I love how you guys are sitting quietly. I see lots of people writing down. Jofrid, good job. And today's date is 9/24. So you will write date 9/24 on your paper. Camden, very good job coming right in and getting straight to work. Very nice. And now we write the question, just like we normally do. The date, the question, and then we answer it. Here's the question. You need to write, use context clues when you are reading. Sometimes it might not be a question that you answer. Sometimes it's telling you a task to do. That's why it's called task. So something that you had to do when you were reading. So your task today was to use context clues when you are reading, period. So everybody wrote that sentence down on their piece of paper. And now we will answer it. So lots of people that I spoke with and Ms. Wilson spoke with were using context clues as they were reading. They were either using pictures to help them figure it out, or they were using words around it to help them figure it out. So if you were one of those people, you need to write number 1. And you can say, I got to the word. I don't know what word you got to. You do. I got to the word. You know what word it was. I'm not sure. You have to fill it in what word it was. Good readers might have to go back and look. They might say, what was that word again? And they have to go back and flip to that page and figure out what word it was. I got to the word and didn't know what it meant. And then I want you to tell me what you did. You could say, maybe I looked at the picture to help me. Or you could say, maybe I looked at the other words around it to help me. It depends on what you did. If you looked at the picture, I want you to tell me, I looked at the picture. If you looked at the other words around it, I want you to tell me I looked at the other words around it. I'm going to say I looked at the picture, or you could say other words around it. And then I want you to tell me what you decided it probably meant. So you're going to say, I got to the word and I didn't know what it meant. So I looked at the picture or the other words around it. I think it means you guys guys are doing a fantastic job. I love how I see everybody writing. Everybody is focused, following directions. Very good. So this is what your paper will look like. Except for you will fill in the blank according to whatever book you read. Everybody read something different, so your word's going to be different. I'm going to give you a few minutes to fill this out. If you finish early, keep reading. If you finish early, keep reading. If you finish early, keep reading. Oh, I see lots of people going back and looking to try to find that word. Very good readers there. I'm going to give you about one more minute, and then we're going to come back to the carpet to share. One more minute. Haven't finished. Finish up real quick, please.
Shriek really means screamed. How'd you know that? Because if a creature came to me, I would scream.
Alright, if you are a boy, go ahead and head to the carpet with your reading stuff. Let's see who comes to the carpet correctly. We talked about it on the very first day of workshop, how to come to the carpet. So I want to see who can remember all the way back and remember how we were supposed to come to the carpet. Girls, come to the carpet with your reading materials. Listen. Very good. AJ, awesome. We have some rock stars in here. Really. Awesome job. All right, if you haven't come to the carpet, please come on and join us at the carpet. And we are going to take this time to share and close the lesson. So, before we start, I do want to announce the person who I saw was the best reader of the day, the MVR, the most valuable reader. This person was reading the whole time. They responded to their question, and then they kept reading when they finished early. I didn't see them up walking around. I didn't see them, they picked a good spot. They didn't sit by their friends, and that person person is going to be Jalen. So let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations to Jalen. Good job. So I'm going to be giving that to somebody every day. You can get it more than once. You could get it 2 days in a row. It depends if you're the rock star. There were lots of rock stars out there today. So hoping tomorrow I might give 2. I might give 3. It depends on how many people I see that are really doing a great job. So, is anybody willing to share how they used context clues today during their reading? If you're willing to share, you're going to be loud so that everyone can hear you. Samara, you want to share? All right, Samara was reading the true story of the 3 little pigs, which is actually very funny if any of you are interested in funny fairy tales. What did you do today? Okay, so for those of you who didn't hear, she said, and we discussed this together, she said she got to the word diet, and she didn't know what it meant, so she used her context clues. She looked at the picture and another sentence. She kept reading a couple more sentences to figure out what it really meant, and it meant something to do with food, because the picture was food, and it was talking about eating, so she thinks diet has something to do with food. Very good job. Anyone else want to share how they use context clues? AJ?
I got to the word cut and I didn't know what it meant.
Okay, so what did you do?
I looked at the picture.
Good. And what do you think it means now? All right, good job. One more person want to share? Ashton, what do you have for us? So it says, I got to the word rags. Okay, and you weren't sure what it meant, so what did you do? Okay, so you wrote it down and you went back and you said, wait a minute. He was kind of maybe just reading too fast and he needed to catch himself. Slow down, and he said, wait, read it again, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow, rereading. So you might have used the strategy rereading. Did anybody look at the picture to figure out what the word meant? Janiyah, one more. What do you got for us? You guys are doing a great job of listening to your classmates and showing them respect. I really appreciate that. Oh, this is going to be a big word. Shimmered. And what do you think it means if something shimmered? That it is what? Let me see. Let's see what this word is. Nobody said, so I just sat there and did nothing, or so I just raised my hand and waited for the teacher to come help me. Shimmied. Oh, shimmied. And she figured out that it meant that you are doing some kind of moving. Because the picture, they were moving in the picture. It looked like they were dancing. So that's what she said. Good job. Very good job. Okay, so good readers are always going to use context clues when they are reading to help them figure out stuff they don't know. What are 2 things that you could use to help you figure out things that you don't know or words that you don't know when you are reading? We talked about them today. There was 2 things to use. Hasina.
Look at the pictures.
Look at the picture, or who knows the second one? Or the words. Read the words around it. Very good job. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what Ashton did. And that strategy is to reread it, and then go, oh yeah. So we're going to do lots of strategies so that when you're reading, you'll understand what